Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. When I last spoke to many of you at the half-year results, I introduced in our announcement a statement about why Safaricom exists. We exist to fulfill a purpose. And that purpose is to transform lives. And we believe that the mobile phone is an ideal tool to generate this change. Robert F. Kennedy once said that the purpose of life is to contribute in some way, to making life better. This is a question that we ask ourselves every day at Safaricom. How can we make the lives of Kenyans better? We believe that our purpose is to build a network that can act as a portal to increase opportunities and services that can truly make a difference in people's lives. And this is a central part of our Transforming Lives vision. And the numbers that we will present today will reflect this dynamic. Today, 90% of Kenyans have access to a mobile phone. Mobile is the most popular, if not the only portal that many Kenyans will use to access essential services such as health, education, and financial services. And this is the part of the reason why year on year the contribution to the telecommunications sector continues to gain momentum. Currently, the mobile industry contributes about 8% of Kenya's GDP. And these statistics demonstrate why we see our network as being complementary to this country's economic growth. Our focus remains on ensuring that this economic progress is delivered to all Kenyans in a responsible manner, regardless of their gender, their physical ability, their age, or their socio-economic status. Our investments reflect this desire. We cannot afford to leave anyone behind on this journey of digital transformation. And to make these connections benefit more Kenyans, we know that we'll have to continue investing in a resilient network. Now, just 2 weeks ago, as we endured our very first network outage in years, we were fully aware of how vital our network is to our customers. And we deeply appreciate the understanding of our customers during this outage. The incident has only strengthened our resolve to build a much more robust network to support Kenyans' aspirations and to continue to enhance access. At Safaricom, we believe that many of the challenges that have traditionally shaped Kenya's past also provide business with the biggest opportunity to make impactful investments. So let me demonstrate by sharing a few real-life stories of how our network is enabling more Kenyans to access critical services. M-PESA is already well known as one of the most transformative Kenyan success stories of innovation. With over 26 million customers, M-PESA continues to evolve beyond being a simple mobile money transfer service. It's already planting the seeds of Kenya's future economic growth by enabling customers to save and move money more efficiently. And today, our M-PESA network is delivering drops of hope to over 80,000 customers in Kibera, where we've installed the world's very first aerial water piping system. Now, this first-of-a-kind partnerships with Shofco aims to scale up the provision of clean and accessible water in Kibera without disturbing the life patterns of the settlement. For many years, lack of clean water and accessible water has forced residents of Kibera to rely on private vendors who often charge 10 times the standard price of running water. Now, for Veronica Awadi, getting access to this basic commodity meant that she had to make the tough and, we think, unfair decision between risking assault on the way to the water point or going without clean water. To get to the nearest functioning tap, she had to brave a 30-minute walk through the crime-ridden alleys of the slum. Today, thanks to the power of M-PESA, She can access water by paying for it at one of over 100 kiosks set up by Shopko without endangering her life or often the life of her daughter. The nearest of these water points is about 8 minutes away from her house. And because the water source is not managed by the cartels, she can use M-PESA to pay as little as 2 shillings for a 20-litre jerry can, much lower than the 10 shillings that she used to pay before. And after we've introduced M-PESA Kidogo, there is no transaction fee associated with it. The benefits extend well beyond a cleaner future for Veronica. This access to water will also allow her family to live healthier lives. And the collaboration between a single community and 2 business partners is just one example of what can happen when we work together to achieve our goals. And these kinds of partnerships can truly make life better. This is Priska Ariri. For her, better took 50 years to achieve. When she was 30 years old, Priska developed fistula. The shame of her condition meant that she suffered silently in pain as an outcast of society for over 50 years. This year, she marked her 80th birthday. And as she did so, she received an SMS that allowed her to hope for a better life. Through this SMS, she learned of our partnership with the Flying Doctors Society and a medical camp that was to be held in her village in Kisi. It is at this camp that she was able to finally get treatment for her fistula. Today, she is able to freely mix with her community without the burden of shame. This restoration of dignity is what transforming lives mean to us. It means that our business goes beyond providing simple network services to providing the connectivity that can create hope for Priska and very many more like her. Over the last year, through our foundation, we've invested in over 120 projects that aim to impact Kenyans' lives beyond our network. These interventions align very closely with our long-term objective to create a more equitable society. Safaricom remains one of the only Kenyan companies that has linked its strategy to life through the Sustainable Development Goals. We've embedded 9 of these 17 goals into our day-to-day operations to guide us towards becoming a more responsible business. These goals are a daily reminder that we cannot grow alone and that we exist to create growth for everyone to benefit and not just the privileged few. We're using the SDGs to transform and to boost the success of our business and also to enhance our transforming lives agenda. Now, in the Kenyan spirit of togetherness, we believe in the power of unity to solve society's challenges. We're in the process of building a more human network that leverages the strength of our talents to deliver our vision of transforming lives. Now, the numbers you will hear about today are delivered through the efforts of 5,400 employees who remain dedicated to the community that they serve. Now, beyond their day-to-day duties, many of them are using Safaricom as a platform to drive change in our society. One of them is Agri Aganda. Agri is one of our administrative assistants, and he started his career at Safaricom as a construction worker, as part of the team that built the original Safaricom headquarters. Now, growing up in Migori, Agri knew firsthand the struggle that the residents had to access medicine. So when the opportunity arose last year, he shared a proposal to build a dispensary with the Safaricom Foundation. And last month, he handed over this project to his community leaders. And today, over 30,000 Kenyans now have access to essential medical care. And he joins over 70% of our staff who are each undertaking similar projects in their communities under our Promoja initiative, which allows members of staff to partner with the Safaricom Foundation to change society. And these, ladies and gentlemen, these are the hardworking men and women who come to work every day to see how they can make a difference to our world. Last year, they actively sought 30,000 partnerships with businesses as diverse as Standard Bank and Mully's Supermarket to make their dreams come true. Through products like M-PESA, we're enabling over 500,000 Kenyans to access inclusive healthcare services. And through a partnership with Farm Access and CarePay, we're working to extend the capability of the mobile phone to make a tangible difference in the way that healthcare is delivered in Kenya. Today, we've onboarded over 380 clinics in Nairobi, Mount Kenya, Western, and Nyanja regions. And we're reaching areas that were previously not covered by medical service providers. For the average investor, it might be difficult to understand what impact these small but very deliberate actions have on our bottom line. Before we get into the financials, I'd like to share the impact of these actions has had on the wider Kenyan economy. Last year, we asked an external consultant to conduct a 10-year study on the impact of Safaricom on our economy. They've discovered that over the past decade, Safaricom's true value extends well beyond the numbers that we discuss twice a year. For instance, for every 1 shilling revenue generated by Safaricom over the past decade, an additional 2 shillings was added to the economy. Safaricom's contribution to the national GDP has averaged at about 6% during the same period. And for every 1 million shillings of revenue generated by Safaricom, 4 jobs were sustained every year. And our continued investment in infrastructure has created an additional 2 jobs for every 1 million shillings spent. And most tellingly, KPMG found that infrastructure investments and revenues generated by Safaricom over the past decades have helped fight poverty, as close to 6% of additional income generated by Safaricom flowed to lower income households. Now, this supports the earlier research conducted by MIT and Georgetown University, who discovered that M-PESA has lifted roughly 2% of Kenyans' household out of extreme poverty. Extreme poverty is defined as living on less than $1.25 a day. It's these figures that drives this company. Not only do they define our impact, they also tell the true story of Safaricom in this economy. And these achievements are grounded in our strategy, which focuses on putting our customers first, on delivering relevant products and services, and enhancing our operational excellence. And over the year, we've worked hard to build a more personal relationship with our customers. We've also made considerable effort to fix and fine-tune our service delivery by creating and launching new products that are transformative to our customers. This strategy has continued to grow our loyal customer base and produce excellent results across our key financial and commercial performance indicators. We work to give our customers more control over how they use our network. We continued on a journey we started last year with Hakikisha by providing more transparency on M-PESA. Now, Hakikisha allows the sender to know who they're sending the money to before they make the transaction. That service has now been enhanced in the new Safaricom M-PESA app. And this gives the customer much more control. And last week, we were pleased to welcome our 1 millionth customer onto the app. We continue to improve our customer experience on data by ensuring that more customers are able to control their use of the internet service. This continues to be a work in progress, but we are encouraged by the fact that 5 million customers have signed up to the My Data Manager, which allows them to manage their internet use much more effectively. Similarly, we've empowered over 2 million customers through our My Subscription Manager, which allows customers to administer their value-added service subscription. These initiatives, coupled with an aggressive expansion plan to expand the capacity of the call centers, will empower the customer with the ability to manage a growing suite of products. Last year, we added 500 new jobs, and we will soon add a further 270 new jobs to increase our customer care workforce. This, ladies and gentlemen, is against the background of growing unemployment in the economy. Across the country, we have 44 shops and 60 regional care centers to get even closer to our customers. And this is part of our ambition to make it easier for our customers to reach us when they have issues. And to ensure stickiness and to reward loyalty, we also diversified the Bunga proposition to allow subscribers to use points for more than just network services. To date, 50 million shillings have been redeemed through Bunga Popote, which allows customers to use points to buy food, petrol, and to shop at supermarkets. In total, our customers have redeemed 2.3 billion shillings through Bunga last year. This year has also seen us expand our understanding of the customer's needs, and we adopted a more individual approach to understanding the customers by resourcing the specific trends and researching the specific trends and habits of key segments. This segment-led approach has allowed us to offer specialized propositions to our customers. It has helped us to deepen our understanding of our customers based on their age, on their usage, and their economic activity. As an example, we know that younger customers have very different needs to those of employed people or people who are running businesses. We also understand that there are those who prefer to call, some to text, and others simply to access internet connectivity. All of these decisions are heavily influenced by their economic ability. Our move to understanding these customers has significantly informed our strategic approach, leading us to launch Blaze by Safaricom last year, a proposition that is meant to specifically address the youth segment. And under that platform, we've launched services such as the Power Hour, Create Your Plan, which allows the customer to choose their preferred use of resources. These products are the result of deep insight into our customers' behavior and trend. Story Bambe, our popular bonus scheme, has given our customers incentives that rewards voice use, and in the last year, our customers earned 25 billion shillings in bonuses through this service. M-PESA Kodogo, which we launched 6 months ago, removed all transaction fees for amounts below 100 shillings. It has proved immensely popular, with transactions in that specific band growing by 88%. This is called deepening financial inclusion. None of these achievements would be possible without our sustained focus on building a future-proof network. Our core business remains to deliver first-class connectivity of voice, SMS, data, and M-PESA, and to deepen the use of technology by businesses. And these 5 fundamental activities are what powers our growth, and are what will build an economy of Kenya for years to come. But the way in which our customers access the network is changing, and every day, demand for more intelligent networks that can manage the shifting mobile landscape increases. Our customers want to do more, whilst at the same time spending less. And this has prompted us to make certain changes to our strategic focus. Even as we continue building the network that will power Kenya's economic growth. We spent 35 billion shillings last year to build the most robust network in the region. We now have over 4,600 base stations on our network, covering 90% of the population. We've also started delivering the network of the future through 4G and fiber. We've rolled out a record 1,100 4G base stations in the last year, marking the most rapid rollout of base stations in this country's history. The sustained investment in our network is yielding benefits for our customers. Kenya's internet was recently ranked as the fastest in Africa by Akamai in their State of the Internet report. The report notes that this is due to the heavy investments in networks. I'm pleased that the quality of these connections is also improving. P3, which is an independent analyst, has found that our network is ranked the best when compared to other networks in Kenya, in Ghana, in South Africa, and in Egypt. These tests covered all cities, key towns, and major highways in these countries. And we achieved an overall score of 733 out of 1,000, which is a 38% improvement from the previous year's performance. This performance reflects that our smart network deployment and continuous investment in building robust systems is translating to a world-class experience for our customers.